Good afternoon to you. Welcome to Artist Spotlight on Life 97.5 FM, where we chat with a gospel artist using their voice to glorify God and just really proclaim His word. I am Krista J. Paul, and I'm so blessed today to be able to connect with a woman of God all the way there in Savannah, Georgia. NagiaSym, welcome to Artist Spotlight.
Thank you for having me, Krista J. I'm happy to be here.
Yes, fantastic. And anybody who knows a Bahamian accent will definitely hear, oh yeah, immediately, she is Bahamian. Yeah, you're in Savannah, Georgia, and it's good to be able to connect with you. So NagiaSym, you have to tell us a bit about yourself. I'd love to know about the name NagiaSym as well. But who is Nagia?
Well, when I describe my artist name to people, a lot of people think that my real name is Nagia. But Nagia is my stage name. Nagia is who I am as a gospel artist. My real name, or like we say back home, my government name is actually cornet. And if you're familiar with the cornet, it's a trumpet. It's a part of the trumpet line of the musical instruments. And so NagiaSym came from my last name, Simonet, and my nickname, Nettie. So I put it together. Then I got a middle name that's Georgia. So I put Nagia together with those two names and added Sim to signify my last name.
Oh my word. All right then.
Yes.
All right. Well, tell us a bit about yourself. You're Bahamian, born and raised. Tell us what was life like for you and what influenced you to become an artist.
Yes, I'm born and raised Nassau, Bahamas. Families from Abaco and Andros. And I am a mother, singer, songwriter. I'm a businesswoman, and I'm an evangelist. So I wear a lot of hats, and a lot of times I'm often busy. I started out singing from I was about 5 years old. Started off in church. My grandparents, they were bishops, so they had me on every program. I would sing on every program.
Okay.
And when I turned 16 and I graduated from high school, I started to pursue being a gospel artist. Back then, the gospel arena in the Bahamas was very high for a young gospel artist. So that is where I got my start. And from then to now, I vow to continue to be a consistent gospel artist.
That's good. That's good. Wow, at 16 years old. So what was it like at 16 when you decided to make that move? I mean, that's not a very common move for 16-year-olds.
At 16, I was already involved in youth ministry at my church. And so being an artist kind of just add to that. You know, at 16, around that time, I was like 2014, pop music, gospel pop was very popular back then. So everybody used to be like, we used to be pumping and fist pumping. So that's what really inspired me. I wanted to put music into what I was already doing. That's what really inspired me to get it all going. I wanted to make youth ministry more fun, more effective. And that's what inspired me to become an artist.
Oh, wow, that's good. So you said you want to put music to what you were already doing. So what were you doing that you wanted to put music to?
Youth ministry. At 16, I was doing youth ministry. And you got to do so many things just to capture young people. So the music was one of the stuff that was popping back then. And I was like, you know what? This is going to add to youth ministry. So let me go start writing music and let me be a gospel artist.
Wow, that's great. So then did you use your music in the youth ministry at the time, or was the music for the youth ministry exclusively?
Back then I used to be around like gospel boys, and they were popular back then. Me and my cousin, we had started a group called ACL. And so we just used that also as a platform to help with the youth ministry. Because, you know, music is very effective.
Right.
So people just had a vibe. They just had the music, they coming. But the trick to it was always a message behind the music. So that's what really inspired me to add it to youth ministry.
Oh, that's wonderful. All right. So 2014 to 2021. How have the last 7 years been for you musically?
It was challenging. It was very challenging. I went through a lot of changes in life, got married, I became a mother, moved from the Bahamas to America. So it was very challenging, and it took a toll on my musical aspect of life. I had stopped doing music. I would drop a few songs here and then. So that's a long time. And I'm just grateful that I finally picked it back up in 2019. In 2019, I was able to release a hot single called Motivated. And then now I'm here with Walk It Out.
All right, that's fantastic. So how would you describe your style, NagiaSym?
My style, I vow to be different because I can do worship, I can do so many other things, but I vow to be different. And the Lord, he just had me on this reggae vibe for a while. So I would do reggae and a little bit of hip hop pop.
Mm-hmm.
So my style, I just vow to be authentic and different. I just want to be a versatile artist and just show people what NagiaSym is all about.
Wow, all right, that's fantastic. So how do you prepare yourself for ministry? Well, I know that with 2020, it was a bit challenging for creatives on the whole, because obviously a lot of events are not being, were not taking place and so on. How did you navigate that, and how do you prepare yourself for ministry now?
You wouldn't believe it, but my ministry just started to take off in the pandemic.
Hey, amen.
In the pandemic, it just started to take off. In a season like this, where everything is changing, we just got to keep up with what's going on. So my main thing is to be digital, to be in the forefront, with music videos and so on and so forth. So I just vow to be consistent and stay in the eyes of the public until they let us go out and do some other stuff.
All right, sounds like a plan. It sounds like a plan. So then tell me about Walk It Out. How did you come to write that song? What was the motivation behind it?
The motivation behind Walk It Out. I was working when Walk It Out dropped in my spirit. So I went outside. I was like, what's this? Like, these lyrics just flowing. And I started to grab my phone and I started to write it down and started listening to this beat. But the most challenging part of writing Walk It Out was, what am I going to put in the chorus? Because I started saying, they call it a race, but I decided to walk it. It's my journey. I want to be cautious. I'm like, what am I going to put in the chorus? And the whole theme of a soldier came to me. And as I examine a soldier, soldiers don't quit. When soldiers go to battle, they are consistent, they get the job done. Soldiers don't quit. So I took that aspect of a soldier and I put it into the chorus. And it's a line that says, real soldier have to stick it out with him. So the soldier aspect, I used it to encourage believers that on our walk with Christ, we got to stick it out. We can't leave the race. We got to walk it out. When people hear the name Walk It Out, like, what is that? Is it just a dance or what is it? Yeah. What is it? Because the first time I did it, I was like, can you give me the track, Walk It Out? And the person was like, oh, walk it out, walk it. I'm like, no, you got to listen. It's a real message behind it. So that's what Walk It Out is all about.
All right. And so how has it been for you? How has the response been since release?
The response has been overwhelming. From May, I had a live performance and I did Walk It Out for the first time. And everybody was just vibing. Everybody was on their feet. after sound check, people was like, hey, where can I find the song? I want the song. I was like, man, it's not out yet. Y'all just gotta wait. So I had to actually put it out in April. I put it out. The response was great. And on yesterday, I just released the music video. And so that was phenomenal. Everybody just call in. Shout out to my promoter, Landlord Media. Everybody is requesting Walk It Out, and everybody's loving it.
That is amazing. That is wonderful. Oh my, all right. So you have Walk It Out. What do you see happening for yourself in the near future? What plans are in place or in store for you?
Yeah, so right now I'm just focusing on getting Walk It Out there. I may surprise my listeners and drop something on my birthday. My birthday is November the 21st.
All right.
I'm accepting gifts, everybody.
By the way.
I may drop something for my birthday, but in 2022, I have a project coming out called Faith Times Work. That's going to be my album. I'm working strong on that. Y'all pray for me. I'm working strong on that. That's what Nagia is up to. And I just plan to do more outreach. Want to get into schools. I want to connect with young ladies more. Got a little bit of mentorship inside of me. So I just want all of that to be tied into my ministry, aside from music. So that's what Nagia is looking like from 2021 and beyond.
And beyond. All right. Any touring?
Yes, I am. I'm going to do a family island tour in the Bahamas next year. And also I heard we're supposed to be going to Africa. So yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what I was waiting to hear.
Yes, ma'am.
That's great. That's great. That's amazing. So all the best in that, all the best in that venture, or wherever God plants your feet, may it prosper. So then, having this lifestyle, this busy lifestyle of being a wife, a mother, an artist, an evangelist, how do you balance everything you have to do? How do you take time for NagiaSym?
Honestly, sometimes I have to shut down all my social media. And I just got to have that time between me and God, me and my family. What you put out to the world is what the world gets. I'll put it like that.
Yes.
So as artists, as people who multitask and do so much different stuff, we have to put our life on a schedule, on a balance. And sometimes you just have to shut down. But in the midst of all of that, you just got to give it over to God. I'd be like, God, if you call me to do all of this, to whom much is given, much is required. So if you call me to wear so many hats and do so many different things, I trust that you will balance it all out for me.
Amen. Amen. All right. So where can people find your music and connect with you, NagiaSym?
On social media, all my social media links, you can find me at NagiaSym, NagiaSym. That's Facebook, Instagram. My YouTube is NagiaSym Official. My music is in all digital stores. You just type in NagiaSym and everything will pop up. SoundCloud, everywhere. It'll all pop up.
All right. All right. Wow. Thank you so much, Nagia, for sharing with us today on Artist Spotlight. All the way here in Barbados. Maybe at some point we'll see you on some kind of big mega stage or something. We'll see. We'll see.
I want to come because I haven't been to no other Caribbean island.
Really?
So Barbados, yes.
Yes. Wow, that would be great. That would be great. Well, thank you for sharing with us, NagiaSym, and God bless you. So NagiaSym, NagiaSym. Follow on Facebook and Instagram. God bless, right?
Thank you so much, Krista G.
You're welcome. Take care.